It's a beautiful day in New York City. So last time, which was just yesterday for me, we went back up the Westchester Avenue line and then took the split and finished up along the White Plains line. Check that out. That was pretty nice. Today we're gonna go back up there and take the other split and do the much anticipated and highly requested Dyre Avenue line. It's a former railway line, and in looking things up about it, it should be pretty cool. If you're just finding this channel, I pick out places in New York City to go explore, and I take you with me. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. For now, let's head back up into the Bronx. Let's go. Off the train, east 180th Street. So we've been here before. In the Westchester Avenue line episode, we stopped here. So we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this station, but I am going to walk out to the station house again to get started here. So what a difference being properly dressed makes. Yesterday was the day I filmed White Plains Avenue line, and that day started out at 55 degrees and a little rainy, so I wore clothes appropriate for that weather. And in the course of the time that I was out, the temperature dropped 15 degrees and I was freezing. Now I got the right clothes on. It's much nicer. It's a beautiful day. 34 degrees, sunny. It's gonna be nice. So we're starting things off here at the station house at East 180th Street. So the Dyre Avenue line is actually an old railroad. It used to be the New York, Westchester, and Boston Railroad until that went bankrupt and was acquired by the city of New York, turned into one of the subway lines. So this was the old station house at East 180th Street, which is now the entrance to the subway. So this Dyre Avenue line is the only remaining portion of the New York, Westchester, and Boston Railroad, which opened in 1912, providing service from the Harlem River to White Plains and New Rochelle, and eventually even Port Chester. So this station opened at East 180th Street, where passengers could connect with the IRT to continue their journey on into the city. So NYWB service ended in 1937, and the city acquired the line in 1940. Like I said, we came here when we looked at the Westchester Avenue line, so go check out that episode if you haven't seen it yet. Well, just missed that one. So close. While we're standing here, you can see the station house back there, and then these are actually the old platforms of the NYWB right there. The tracks used to continue off in that direction. They dismantled them, and now there are bumper blocks at the end of the platform there. This first stop is Morris Park. Look at this. I can see why people were excited for me to do this line. I'm excited to see this line. So this station opened May 29th, 1912 as a station on the New York, Westchester, and Boston Railroad, the NYWB, and that was a subsidiary of the New York, New Haven, and Hartford. The line was designed for the heaviest of the mainline steam trains, so it's probably a bit overbuilt for today's subway standards. So this train line provided frequent service between 138th Street in the South Bronx and White Plains in Port Chester and Westchester County. Trains were powered by 11,000 volt, 25 hertz, supplied by an overhead catenary. Apparently the cut-off stumps of the catenary towers are visible here somewhere. So service ended on the NYWB on December 12th, 1937, and the New York City Board of Transportation purchased the line in 1940. This station has 2 side platforms, 4 tracks, and it is partly outdoors and partly underground. The underground portion is a 4,000-foot long 4-track tunnel under the Bronx and Pelham Parkway. The only exit through the station house, and it is notable for a graceful Spanish mission style. Let's go check it all out. See decorative emblems from the NYWB all over their buildings. It's pretty cool. All right, this station is Pelham Parkway. This also opened May 29th, 1912 as an express station on the NYWB. As you can see, Express Station has 2 island platforms, 4 tracks. This station is the only completely underground station on the Dyre Avenue line, and it's the only underground station not originally built for subway use. It's also the northernmost underground station on the IRT system, and the only underground 4-track station in the Bronx. And right now, at least, it's a pretty quiet and lonely station. Now we're at Gun Hill Road, the Gun Hill Road on this line anyway. We just saw a station also on Gun Hill Road on the White Plains line. So this station also opened May 29th, 1912, although the station house looks fairly modern here. The station has 2 side platforms, 3 tracks, although there appears to be room for a 4th. The 4th track disappeared right after we came out of the tunnel up there. The entrance is at street level. At the north end is an open cut because of the rising terrain. At the south end of the station, it's at grade. This side looks oldish. Maybe they just rehabilitated the inside and the back. Now we're at Baychester Avenue. This station opened with the rest of this line on May 29th, 1912 as part of the NYWB Railroad. The station was also closed when that railroad went bankrupt in 1937, but then bought by the city as part of this line. The station has 2 platforms, 3 tracks. It's on an embankment with a cut in the embankment for Baychester Avenue to run below it. And the station house is on street level, which is below the platforms here. Here we are, our last stop is the terminal. This is Eastchester Dyre Avenue on the Dyre Avenue line. This station opened with the rest of the line May 29th, 1912. It has 2 tracks and an island platform. The 2 tracks extend 1 train length up past the terminal for train storage. The station originally had 4 tracks and 2 side platforms. After the line was taken over by the NYCTA, they removed the side platforms, removed 2 of the tracks, and put in this island platform in the middle. This island platform was actually put in over the northbound express track. The station's only entrance is the station house, which is at ground level down that way. That's all for the Dyre Avenue line. Catch one of these guys back. Nice thing is it's a 5, so it'll take me all the way home. I'm back up to the east side after the long-awaited, much-anticipated Dyre Avenue line. It did not disappoint. If you're just finding this channel, be sure to check out all the rest of the episodes already available on YouTube up to the east side. Like and subscribe, tell all your friends about it, and look for new episodes every Friday. Thanks for coming with me to explore New York City. I'll see you next time.